Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. Now, this week's video is a little bit delayed due to some unexpected flat maintenance, but we are hopefully getting this video up today, even if it is several hours late. But anyway, this week we are making multicolour cut and bake shortbread cookies. Now, theoretically, this can be done with most cookie dough, such as shortbread or sugar cookies, but shortbread is a nice simple 3-ingredient dough to make. Now you want to start by creaming together 100 grams of butter, 50 grams of sugar, and then add in 150 grams of plain flour, which should bring your total up to around 300 grams of dough. Now optionally you can just dump this all into a food processor and blend until combined, and it forms a nice soft dough. Now by doing this you are going to be cutting it up into small tiny pieces, and you are going to need to chill this before doing anything to it. But optionally, by adding it into the food processor, you can add in some flavour oils as well. I added in some peppermint oils just to fit with the Christmas theme. Now, this is kind of inspired by candy makers making images in sweets by colouring melted sugar, as I've tried to in the past, and similar to how candy canes are made. But basically, we are creating long strips and forming into shapes to make faces, animals, etc. Now this is my first time doing this with cookie dough, and I'm starting off nice and simple with a Santa stocking for the Christmas theme once again. Now to do this, I'm dyeing around 1/3 of the dough red by mixing in a few drops of red food colouring until I get to a colour that I like, and then blending until a uniform colour is achieved. And then you want to chill this down, because once again the food processor is going to be very harsh on this, but if you are doing it by hand you're going to be adding in the heat of your fingers as well. Next, forming the shape of the stocking. You want to start by making a long rectangle using roughly 2/3 of the red dough, and then using the last third to roll into a sausage and then flatten one side to make a D shape. Then you want to place this on one of the bottom edges of the rectangle and press together. Now looking at the side you can see the shape of a stocking, and then you want to return to the freezer or the fridge to chill down again. Once chilled again, fill in the gap above the toe of the stocking with some of the plain dough, and then roll the rest out and wrap around to create the edge of the cookie. Now you could optionally just cut these into just stocking cookies, or you could, as I am doing, covering them in plain cookie dough just to make them stand out a little bit more. And then once wrapped, once again you want to chill before slicing. Now if you don't want to make any fancy shapes, you can simply roll out different colours of dough and layer them on top of each other and roll to flatten slightly to push all the layers nice and uniformly together. Now you could optionally chill it before rolling up, but as I found out this can make the layers crack, as different parts of it are going to warm at different rates. Then you want to roll it up like you would for a roulade, and now for these ones you really want to chill before slicing or the layers will squish together. Now by cutting your chilled dough it will keep its shape much better and the colours will be more distinguished, but as you can see on these little mini cookies that I made, half of them I cut before chilling and half of them I cut after chilling, and you can definitely see the swirl a lot better on the chilled ones. Then once they're all cut, you want to bake at 200°C or 400 Fahrenheit for 10 to 20 minutes depending on how thick you've cut them. Or you can just do it by eye and wait for them to be light brown on the edges and then serve and enjoy. Now this is a great recipe to make with the kids over the holidays. Also, if you have an extruder for something like plasticine, you could even try putting some dough through that to make some shapes as well, which could work a lot better for more complex shapes like stars and things. That way you don't have to carve them and you could just extrude them as is and wrap in a dough. But anyway, that wraps up this week's video. As always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below. Let me know. But anyway, that wraps up this week's video. As always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you're indeed new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.